You ever sit in a courtroom and realize the person who once loved you came here to erase you? That's how it felt that morning. The air was heavy, my collar sticking to my neck, sweat sliding under the suit. The hum of the ceiling fan mixed with the shuffle of papers and the click of her lawyer's pen. Every sound felt like a countdown to something final. The place smelled like cheap coffee and floor wax. I've been in worse rooms, just never one that felt this personal. Emily's lawyer stood tall, smooth as oil, adjusting his tie like he owned the place. "Your Honor, my client's husband is a low-level mechanic with a history of disappearing. He stacked it all up, birthdays missed, school events, even his own mother-in-law's funeral." Every line sounded rehearsed. Every pause landed where it would make me look smaller. Emily sat beside him with lowered eyes, a careful tremble in her face, tears that arrived on cue. Then the knife. "My client deserves full custody." She nodded. A perfect performance. For a second I wondered if the judge bought it. His pen stopped. His expression didn't. I wanted to speak, tear apart their script, but I stayed quiet. Sometimes silence makes more noise than shouting ever could. That's when the door opened. The bailiff leaned in to Judge Harris. The judge frowned. "There's a man from the State Department here." A stranger in a dark suit stepped in, calm and cold, badge catching the light. The air shifted. My heart didn't race, it slowed. Because I knew what was coming next. Everyone waited for the hit that never came. His shoes echoed against the tile floor, each step heavy enough to drown out the lawyer's perfect act. "Your Honor, my client's disappearances are a matter of national security." Silence swallowed the room. Emily froze. Her lawyer blinked too fast. I didn't move. I didn't need to. That's when the thread started to pull her quiet nights. The locked phone, the way our son's drawing showed 3 people, not 4, me missing. Once I asked her, half joking, "What's his favorite color?" She said, "Blue." "It's red. Always has been." That's when I knew she'd begun to erase me piece by piece. 2 months before the hearing, I came home early. The house smelled like cologne that wasn't mine. Laughter drifted from the kitchen, hers, and a man's. I didn't yell. I listened, cold, detached. I stood in the hallway trying to remember what her laugh used to sound like when it was meant for me. She thought I wouldn't fight. She forgot who I was before I became her husband. And that's what hurt the most. Not her lies, but how certain she was that I'd already given up. After that, I started collecting proof. Not of love, lost of motive. Bank transfers, hidden accounts. One payment straight to the man she swore she didn't know. I followed them once to a private school. She told the administrator she was a single mother. I didn't interrupt. I recorded. That night, I replayed her voice, soft, sweet, fake. That's what it sounds like when someone rewrites history. I sent the files to the agency. They said, too public, too dangerous. But this time, I wasn't protecting the country. I was protecting Ethan. There's a kind of quiet you learn in my line of work, the kind that listens instead of reacts. That's the quiet I carried into the courtroom that day. So I resigned effective after the hearing. They sent the State Department man anyway. Not for me, for them. He placed a folder on the judge's desk, sealed, stamped, undeniable. Every disappearance accounted for, every mission confirmed. "Mrs. Langley," Judge Harris said, "were you aware of your husband's role in these operations?" She hesitated. "No, he never told me." True, and fatal. I wasn't absent. I was loyal. To something bigger and now to something smaller. Court adjourned. Outside, the air finally felt clean. The courthouse steps creaked under old stone and older stories. I didn't feel taller, just steadier. She caught up to me. "You humiliated me." I turned. "No, Emily, you did." "Why didn't you tell me?" "You never asked." "You lied." "I kept secrets for my country. You kept secrets for yourself. She trembled. You'll never forgive me. I looked past her at Ethan by the car, small hands in his pockets. I'm not interested in forgiveness, I said. And walked away. The doors closed behind me, and for the first time in years, the silence didn't feel like punishment. Anger burns out. What stays is colder still and final. She tried to erase me. Instead, she erased herself. Maybe that's the quiet justice no one warns you about. When truth doesn't roar, it simply replaces the noise. Ethan looked up. Dad, you're staying this time, right? I smiled. Yeah, buddy. For good. Here's the short of it. The truth cleared my name, and ended hers, not in scandal or shame, but in irrelevance. For once, every word I said was true. No missions, no secrets, just peace. And maybe that's all I ever wanted, not revenge, not pity, just quiet proof I was never the one who disappeared. So what do you think? Was I right, or just cold? Tell me in the comments. And if this story made you feel something, hit subscribe. Because here, every betrayal gets what it deserves.